Hello. Welcome everyone to day 2 of our 5-day holiday giveaway. It's me. I am your host, Lisa Wade, owner of Wade Nurse Consultants. Think of us when you have those tons of medical records that need to be translated into normal human language for judges and juries. But I am also the creator of our little group here, the Attorney Medical Record Resource Group. And this week, I am looking for attorneys and paralegals and the personal injury and med mal arena to join our group, as well as win lots of wonderful prizes. Here is the link to our group in LinkedIn, right there. Just visit us and join us. And this week, I am showing up on LinkedIn Live every day this week at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, giving you all the details about the prizes we are dishing out, how to enter this wonderful holiday raffle, and the benefits of joining our wonderful group, that Attorney Medical Record Resource Group, right there. And our group, it's a community resource for your medical record and medical terminology questions. Inside the group, I answer questions and provide expert clinical insights into the sometimes confusing world of medical records that come with those litigation caseloads like medical or nursing malpractice, general personal injury, products liability, criminal cases, or any case containing medical or nursing concerns. Here's how this giveaway raffle is working. First, number one, let's join our group. Joining our group this week automatically enters you into the holiday raffle. Number two, the current members invite new members this week, and you'll be entered into this raffle. Number three, tune in to LinkedIn Live every day this week at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to see our next 2 giveaway prizes that are available. And lastly, number 4, tune into LinkedIn Live December the 19th at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to hear all of the 10 prize winners announced. Now, in just a minute, I'm going to be bringing out my co-host for today, Stephen P. Haber, Esquire from New York, who is a member of our Attorney Medical Record Resource Group and past attorney guest on my wonderful podcast, Should You Take That Case? There you go. There, are you the next attorney guest on Should You Take That Case? Well, I'm going to bring him out, and all of the guests on our podcast are members of our group. Now, before we bring out Stephen, I'm just scooting over to the comments section, and I am checking to see if we have anybody visiting us live today. If you are an attorney, put an A into that comments box, a P if you're a paralegal, and an E if you're any kind of entrepreneur, but put a W if you are part of a group that I love, Women-Owned Law. There they are. Where did they go? Pardon me. Women-Owned Law. Yes. It is a wonderful, groundbreaking group created to connect and advance women legal entrepreneurs. So visit us at womenownedlaw.org if you want to learn more. And thank you all for taking time out of your busy days to be with us or catching us on the replay. It is appreciated. Now, let's bring out Stephen, who's going to introduce himself, and I'll give two more giveaway prizes that are available. And Stephen is going to, I'm going to tell Stephen how to enter the raffle, and he can share some of his experiences being in the group and being interviewed on our podcast. And now, There is Stephen Haber. Hi, Stephen.
Good morning. How are you, Lisa?
Oh, good morning. Good morning. I'm so glad you're here with us today. Tell the people a little bit about you, what you do, and where you do what you do.
Wow. Well, time flies. Every time I come up for renewal of my license and I look at the year of my initial licensure, and we're talking over 38 years ago. So time really flies. I've been in the personal injury area, first as a defense counsel for many, many years. Working as outside defense counsel, I had a brief stint at AIG in-house, but mostly outside defense, and went from small to medium to large firms. And then I went out on my own in 1999 and continued to do defense work in certain specialized areas in the malpractice area. But I also have branched over to plaintiff's work. Uh, Actually, that was my initial love coming out of law school. And the first job I was offered was by an attorney who suggested it was okay to lie about the location of a trip and fall accident.
Ooh.
So my immediate response to him was, well, how do you justify that? And he said, well, I have to feed my family, don't I? And defendants always lie, which caused me to start right away with a defense firm and found that there was no lying. And so I did that for a number of years. And then I migrated over to plaintiffs, mostly in the med mal area, because it's the records really that speak whether there's malpractice or not. If you get into a situation where your client has a different factual account of the nature of the treatment as compared to what the history is contained in the records, you have to defer to the history. And so it's actually a self-contained thing where your client's input or any creative lawyering that could be interjected is discounted as compared to what the records show, which leads me to how important it is to know what your records show and understand what the case is about. And that's why it's so great to be part of this group.
Oh, well, Steve, I'm so glad to hear that these decades of work have not led you to be as jaded as that first that
No,
attorney
actually,
when you.
it's when I speak to uh, colleagues, former colleagues on the defense side, and they say, "Wow, you've crossed over to the dark." Actually, um, to put it, in that kind of setting of good versus bad, um, they should actually be appreciative, just as the doctors who I used to represent should be appreciative, because I will not take a case that doesn't have merit. And that circles me back again to the nurse involvement that is so important to all of us now. To actually understand the nature of the case and whether there is merit or not, to get an early indication of that is very important, because we all have limited resources, and to get a first impression of the case by a nurse who has not only the ability to understand the records, but to understand the area that's involved, so that as a practitioner, is this something that I can afford to put my efforts into if it's without basis.
Well,
So
as
it's
always,
important.
I'm happy to help, Stephen.
Yeah, well, and it's more and more, the other thing about the group aspect, whichever group you're talking about that you're related to me, it's not just community of mutual support, it's a community of mutual resources. Because amongst your nurse group, uh, there are only a certain number of malpractice cases or types that we see. And if you're dealing with a nurse who's gotten a number of cases that she has reviewed over the years, seen in her practice, these kinds of things occur of a malpractice nature. To be able to have that guiding hand through a set of records is really important. And, ultimately, I think that the groups that you're involved in will be able to develop certain um, data banks cumulatively of medical research that may bear upon the cases you're reviewing. So it's not only supporting each other in a communal way, but actually gathering a database and a resource group that is important.
Oh, well, I'm glad you agree. So, Stephen, let me just say the group that we're talking about this week is the Attorney Medical Record Resource Group. And that goal of our group is to be a resource for legal professionals like yourselves who pursue medical cases by sharing experience and insights as personal injury, med mal, workers' comp, disability, all even criminal attorneys, anybody that handles medical records as part of their cases. So let me just scoot over and show, bring up the group that we're talking about this week. And let me just present real quick. And I'm going to show you, Stephen, how to be a part of this holiday giveaway. It won't take a second. We're giving out wonderful prizes this week. So let's share the screen. And there it is, the Attorney Medical Record Resource Group right here in LinkedIn. And we've got tons of attorneys like yourselves and some paralegals right in here. And the way that you enter our holiday giveaway, if you remember, just scroll up to that invite connections button and invite a member, one of your cohorts to be part of the group. And if they join, guess what? They are also entered into our holiday giveaway. You can open another screen while we're here, Stephen, or just when we're done and just click on that button and enter our giveaway. All right. Good. That sounds good. That sounds good. Now, what I said was earlier that I have a podcast. Should you take that case? We're on YouTube. Visit us on our channel. It's Lisa Wade LNC, and you can see all of the past show guests, people like Stephen, who's been a guest on the show. And that is one of the biggest benefits of being in this group, because all of the attorneys that I interview on Should You Take That Case are in that Attorney Medical Record Resource Group. I just pick one each week to be a part of the show. So that's one of the benefits. I'm going to stop sharing right now. And Stephen, I am going to bring out our next two prizes so you can take a look. Tell me if you like them. What do you think? And here it is. Number one for today. It is your Winter's Day in a Cup. It is one of our wonderful Wade Nurse Consulting cups. 2 doses of coffee in there to help get you through your day. A little flash drive from Wade Nurse Consultants to help you on your way during your work that day. But also a little after work aperitif.
So I can't just reach for the caffeine because I'm almost due for my second cup.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, just get ready. You'll be a winner, and this will be delivered right to you, and you can liven up your winter's day. All right. Sounds now good. There's one more prize I'm going to show you, and that is a wonderful gift certificate for legal nurse consulting services at Wade Nurse Consultants, a gift certificate of $175. That's going to get you on your way for your medical record review, your chronology, locating an expert witness. Nothing like a coupon off on a winter's day. Sound like are these good prices?
They are.
All right. Excellent. I'm so glad that you were here with us today. And also you were already on my podcast. Should You Take That Case? Well, I was just trying to see, did you find that a good experience?
Sure. It's actually great because I've watched a number of broadcasts, not only my rebroadcast, but a number of broadcasts, and everybody has a different angle and process that they follow in order to think about whether they're going to take a case or not. And it's really interesting that everybody has had different experiences. So if you take the sum total of all the different processes that people follow in our line of business and deciding whether to take a case, there's always something new that crops up that you'll hear on that broadcast that you hadn't thought of before. whether it's in the context of a specific kind of case or just the process you use in general. Very useful.
Oh, well, well, definitely wonderful to have you. You are full of knowledge and insight, and it was excellent interviewing you.
Oh, my pleasure.
All right. Well, I think we might be winding up for
Okay.
today's holiday giveaway presentation, but it's been a pleasure having you on, Stephen, extolling the virtues of group participation and being interviewed on podcasts. And hopefully, we'll be interviewing you again on Should You Take That Case.
Sounds good. A
All
pleasure to
right.
be with you. Take care. Happy holidays to everybody.
Thanks. Thanks. Well, as we wind up, we're going to be back here tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to hear about two more prizes that will be part of our holiday raffle. Maybe you could join this little group in the between time. And if not, maybe tomorrow when you tune in at 10:30. I'll be ready to, if you have any questions, put them into the comments box. And if you watch the replay and you get an urge to join our group, let me give you that link one more time. Let me see. For there it is. But just look us up on LinkedIn, the Attorney Medical Record Resource Group. And now I'll tune out and catch you tomorrow. Another LinkedIn Live, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, with more prizes that we are going to add to our 5-day holiday giveaway. And I'll see you then.